I got a weird lead on a story people ought to look into. I got a call from a source close to Las Vegas Metro Police. The official story was that Biden's trip was cut short last week due to COVID. However, according to this source, U.S. Secret Service informed Las Vegas Metro that there was an emergency situation involving Joe Biden and to close necessary streets so that POTUS could be transported immediately to University Medical, which they began to do in earnest. Then mysteriously, there was a stand-down order, and the Secret Service informed local Vegas PD that they were going to medevac.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Scovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. Now, how's the quality look? Does it look a little better? Does it look like I made a little upgrade? You know what I did? It took me forever. I finally did it. I put my studio light, instead of on the right side of me, I got it right in front of me, and boy does it make the world of a difference. I told my girl I'm gonna have to buy another studio light for the other side of me, but I always heard to always put your light in back of your webcam, so I put it right in back of my webcam, and it looks amazing. I'm so happy. I'm excited for this video. We're back, y'all. We're back with another reaction. The baby visit yesterday went good, everybody. We didn't get new ultrasounds, but they did take an ultrasound, and the doctor, you know, she took some pictures with my phone. Maybe I'll throw that in the Discord for you guys. Make sure you guys go check out my Discord, link in the bio. We're back, y'all. We're back with the reaction. A lot of rumors going around today, y'all. Joe Biden might be dead. He's in the hospital on hospice. I don't know. I'm just the messenger, right? I ain't gonna talk your guys' ears off. Enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction.
Now we don't fuck all there. You can see that. We're standing here. It's gone. It's up in smoke. The place is done with. Up the queue lock. Done with it. End of story. Game over. Fuck, who knows? End up here and film this. Yup. Crown paint is gone. Queue lock says no. End of story.
It's McGregor.
Gravity ain't real. There ain't no such thing as gravity. It's Freemason symbolism. It's all bullshit. There's no such thing as gravity. Why does a rock fall in the water? Because of gravity? Don't you bullshit me. Tell me, why does a rock fall in the water?
Because it's heavy.
What's the word for it? Come on.
Density.
Yes! Yes! Density's why things fall. Things don't fall because of gravity.
I think it's pretty clear that if the assassination attempt on Trump had succeeded, that Biden would have stayed in. It seems obvious to me that all of these things are connected. But he did drop out yesterday.
This very suspicious letter, which is signed by Joe Biden in a signature that is different from all of his other signatures, gets put out, and it says that he is dropping out of the race. It doesn't cite a reason. It doesn't cite any specifics as to what's going on. Doesn't endorse Kamala Harris in the letter itself. And it's just posted to his Twitter account, just X. So it's posted up there, and we don't hear from him. We don't see him. We don't see Jill. We don't see any of the senior staff. His senior staffers are the ones informing the cabinet after this. So Biden himself doesn't even call his own cabinet to talk to them.
So it's 11:15 on Monday, as of right, and by the time this is posted, it may change, but we have not heard from Biden.
We have not heard from Biden or seen Biden personally since no proof of life since Wednesday at this event in Las Vegas, where they pulled him out because he was diagnosed with COVID. Nothing.
There's been no sighting of him at all.
As of today, I haven't seen anything, heard anything. We get all these reports from someone, the president's thinking, familiar with Joe Biden's processes, someone who claims that they just saw Biden. But no, there's no Biden, there's no evidence of Biden, there's no sighting of Biden, there's no Biden taking a selfie saying, "Say America, thanks for the memories," nothing.
There hasn't, and he still hasn't come out and talked yet. But if he died, why would they hide it? Right? Unless they did it, right? But I truly believe that if Trump would have got assassinated, that he would still be running for president. I feel like it was just too connected. Like, he, boom, a failed assassination attempt. Less than a week later, he drops out of the race, right? We always say this, there's no coincidences when it comes to this politics game, right?
I swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Gentlemen. Mr. Cybro.
Yes? If you really walked on the moon, why would you not do that? So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Cybro, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Really? Well, no, it's a real Bible. You have the opportunity to have $5,000.
The meeting is not open.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. I have a tape.
It'd be fine.
Why don't you swear to, why not? Why won't you do it? So why don't you put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Mr. Seibel has made a fool of himself in front of the world. Mr. Seibel, you do not deserve answers.
I got a weird lead on a story people ought to look into. I got a call from a source close to Las Vegas Metro Police. The official story was that Biden's trip was cut short last week due to COVID. However, according to this source, U.S. Secret Service informed Las Vegas Metro that there was an emergency situation involving Joe Biden and to close necessary streets so that POTUS could be transported immediately to University Medical, which they began to do in earnest. Then mysteriously, there was a stand-down order, and the Secret Service informed local Vegas PD that they were going to medevac POTUS to Johns Hopkins, which they presume meant fly him back east as soon as possible.
Yo, listen to this.
Before, right? Remember when he was doing his speech saying, "I am not stepping down. I will not step down. Only way I'll step down is if," like he was saying, like if God willing, right? If God wants me to, I'll step down, right? I ain't gonna step down because Obama, because Pelosi, because Kamala, because Hillary, the Democratic Party's wanting me to. Only if God wants me to step down, right? Now, you heard in the first clip, they said that was a different signature that signed that usually signs it. Maybe he refused. He's like, I ain't stepping down. I don't care what you guys say. I'm running. I don't know, y'all. They're dirty.
So good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call. What? And we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice.
Israel has a powerful...
But like, why wasn't he there? Right? If he's stepping down saying, you know what, I'm going to step down because I care for the people. I'm going to endorse Kamala. I'm going to be at this press conference to endorse her personally. Right? Why was he on the phone? This is strange, y'all. These are very strange times we're living in as Americans. Crazy times that I guess we're so busy in life that we don't care, right? But a lot of these clips are politic-esque because they're crazy, like crazy things are happening in these politics right now.
Stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars of which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison. It's an objective assessment that no one will have the courage to speak about. They're controlling much of our foreign policy. They're influencing much of our domestic policy. Wolfowitz, as Undersecretary of Defense, manipulated President Bush #2 back into Iraq. We're conducting an expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it. They control much of the media, they control much of the commerce of the country, and they control powerfully both bodies of the Congress. They own the Congress. America is in danger.
Are you the secretary? Don't look at her, look at me.
Yes.
Are you the secretary? Is it common practice at your department to meet with dark money groups off the books and conceal it from the public?
Senator, thank you for the question. And of course, I can't answer to, if you're referring to our former deputy secretary, he's no longer at the department.
Who worked for you?
He worked for the president. He was appointed by the president.
He's your deputy secretary. Are you the secretary of the Department of Interior? I thought that's why you were here. Are you the secretary? Don't look at her, look at me.
Yes,
Are you the secretary?
I am.
Do these people who are sitting here today answering most of your questions, do they work for you?
They work.
Do they report for you? You're not in charge?
They work with me.
They work with you, so you're not in charge of the department. Oh my gosh, I thought you were in charge. I thought that's why you were here.
We work as a team.
Oh, okay, so who's in charge then?
Who's the team lead?
I provide the vision, I provide the overall direction, and
But you're not in charge.
our mission.
Do you take responsibility for what happens at the Department of the Interior?
Take responsibility.
Do you take full responsibility for what happens at the Department of the Interior? Good. Then why are your leadership meeting with dark money groups and concealing it from the public? Why are they doing it off the books? How many times has this happened?
Senator, this is the first I'm hearing of this. My deputy secretary is no longer there, and I can't answer to what he did when he was there.
What did they get out of it, do you suppose? What do you suppose Hans-Jörg Weiss got out of you canceling the leases after they asked you
I don't know who
in an off-the-books reading.
I don't know who this individual
Oh, sure. I mean, you don't know. You're not in charge. You're not responsible. We have a corruption problem in this government, Madam Secretary, and frankly, we have a corruption problem in your department.
What? The camera is over there. Sorry. How are you? Good. You seem ready? Game face on? Yeah, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Just ask my brother. Oh, hey, Logan. How are you? What's up? Good to see you here. You made it? Yes, sir. How are you feeling about your brother's chances? Yeah, he's ready.
There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the fuck?
The fuck?
Joe says shit that even people with Tourette's go, no. No. What is going on? Joe is like her uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right. I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero. You come here. When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down.
Migrants are heading to the U.S. right now.
They're coming, y'all. They're coming.
Mexico's southern border Sunday. Former DHS Secretary Jay Johnson, under Obama Jay Johnson, joined us earlier. Migrants on the caravan say they're trying to enter the U.S. now out of fear of another Trump presidency.
What would happen if you give up sugar for 2 weeks? The first thing you would notice is that your face would change. It would go from being rounded and puffy to a more slender, sleek face. The reason you lose weight when you cut sugar is because your body will switch fuel sources and start to burn fat cells.
Keto.
Body fat and sugar are the two primary fuel sources for your body, and given the opportunity, your body would rather burn sugar instead of fat. When you deprive your body of added sugar, you give it a chance to burn stored fat, starting with your liver. 4 of your organs benefit significantly from cutting sugar. First, your eyes improve as sugar deteriorates the retina, leading to conditions like diabetic retinopathy. Second, your kidneys suffer less inflammation, reducing issues like sugar or protein in your urine and severe cases of diabetic neuropathy. Third, your arteries heal from sugar-induced damage, lowering the risk of vascular disease and improving cholesterol levels. Lastly, your brain and nerves benefit. Reducing sugar decreases inflammation, improves cognitive function and alleviates numbness in your toes, enhancing your mood and overall brain health. If it is hard for you to give sugar up, consider having an herb that can detox completely and boost the proliferation of mitochondria in stem cells to remove sugar from your body. Moringa is the tree that I recommend when people usually ask me to help them lose weight and boost energy.
Now, isn't it crazy that you cut sugar out of your diet and your cognitive clears up, right? Your brain clears up. You start waking up. You start dreaming, right? You start letting go of the past. When your mind clears up, you start working on the present. And guess what's on every corner? Every aisle of every grocery store. Sugar. High sugar foods, right? Processed foods. On every aisle, every grocery store, every corner, every shopping complex, there's a fast food something to keep you asleep. I know with me, my schizophrenic brain, when I'm eating keto, low carbs, high fat, it's like my brain's on steroids, y'all. I can't be stopped. The dreams start coming. YouTube starts coming. This is how I found YouTube, eating keto. I start writing down my goals. I start writing out my day. I start getting things done, waking up early, getting things done by everything at 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you start eating clean, healthy foods. Your mind opens up. Your energy goes up. Everything starts falling in place. You start reading more. You start being a better parent. You start being a better person. Like everything just falls in line. I feel like the top of the mountain for everybody is a clean diet, and then everything just falls in place naturally.
They're going to blatantly steal the election right in front of the face of everybody, instigate violence, and I think when that violence happens, we're going to have major conflict with other countries on the ground here because they've been sending their operatives across border for the last 3 years. So it's possible that we could have terrorist cells. We could have conflict with China on the ground here. All it's going to take is the first shot. And like, dude, this is very dangerous of what could happen. And I think people should really prepare themselves.
So do you think all hell is going to break loose?
Something is definitely going to give. And I get the sense that something's going to give in the next few months. And then all hell breaks loose. This is United States of America in recession. Everybody's getting fired across all industries, and it's happening really fast. Americans are working as much as they can, but Americans don't have enough work to make ends meet. There's a lot of unrest. It's no longer possible to gaslight the United States populace. They know something is wrong. When I hear from the head of a food bank in Tampa, Florida, that he's gone from 20,000 to 40,000 families per month, and that from the moment the doors open until the moment the doors close, from dawn to dusk, that there are people lining up to get food to feed their families, something has gone wrong. But nobody's ever gotten this information out of me, by the way. So hats off to you, buddy. I'm actually doing my first interview with you subsequent to the assassination attempt on the former president. So my views have changed slightly about when we're going to learn about the recession, which is important because that's what, stock jocks key off of Fed rate cuts. Until the Fed cuts rates, stocks go up. And then one day the Fed cuts rates, some stock jock in a trading pit somewhere says, why'd the Fed cut rates? Is something wrong with the economy? And it's the first time the question gets asked, typically speaking. And then all hell breaks loose. And so you don't usually see the stock market peak. Don't look for Nvidia to peak or the text, whatever, until the Fed actually begins to cut rates. So what does it mean if we wait until September? I had thought when the momentum was sufficient enough to say the president has Parkinson's disease, we're going to be replacing him with somebody who does not have Parkinson's disease. The minute the assassination attempt occurred, the Democratic Party said, we're not going to spend that political capital. We're going to let Biden go down with the ship and lose the election. We're going to let Trump win. So what does that mean for the political capital that Obama retains? He appointed everybody at the National Bureau of Economic Research, which since the Truman administration dates recessions. So now that you know you're going to lose the election willingly, because you're already saying, looking to midterm elections in 2026, looking to the presidential election of 2028. How do you spend your critical political capital? Because your working assumptions have changed. You're going to save Newsom, Whitmer, whoever it is. You're going to save them for 2028. Now, do you wait if your Obama appointees at the National Bureau of Economic Research to declare that the recession has started until after Trump has won, to really stick it to the guy? Because we're all progressives, we're all liberals, we're all bureaucrats, we're all Team Obama. So let's make it as difficult a beginning of a presidency as we possibly can.
Little snakes.
And hold off on saying the recession started until Trump is in office so that we can attempt to blame him, even though many economists would be able to say that's not how this works. So we're in a different world right now. We're in a different world than we were before the event that transpired in Pennsylvania. And I think that can create a lot of noise that you wouldn't have had otherwise between now and November. I think Obama would have let the National Bureau of Economic Research announce that the recession started concomitant with Biden being replaced. And, give reason to say, hey, this guy really needs to be replaced. The recession started on his watch. Here's yet another reason. If they're going to save that until after the election, you could have more calm in the data releases between now and the election than you would otherwise have, which is going to press Jay Powell to wait potentially until September or November, because the data is going to appear to be better than it is.
Need that 3% interest rate back, y'all.
Now, I don't want you to think that I'm a crack smoking conspiracy theorist for everything that I just said. I'm not. It's just political capital is political capital. And we live in a country that is run by several very powerful people. And when they decide the narrative is going to change, the narrative changes. And that's just that.
How big and close they are. They are making big old shadows in our sky. That is why the sunlight is being distorted the way it is, because this blue area, that, like I said, is one of the planets.
Page 53. Now, does anybody want to tell me what in the Sam hell is going on with this lizard person in the background? I keep saying they lizard people, and everybody keeps saying I'm crazy. So I decided to bring you a whole nother lizard doing what lizards do. In the background, slithering. Now, does anybody want to tell me?
White House, Laura, would have at least sent him out walking across the beach with one of those killer dogs of his just to show that he's ambulatory. Then his brother Frank Biden said this.
Incredibly proud of my brother. Selfishly, I will have him back to enjoy whatever time we have left.
Enjoy whatever time we have left. What does that mean? Of course, the Biden team then came out and said Frank Biden struggles with alcoholism. Ignore whatever he had to say. It's completely untrue. But look, he called in today to Kamala Harris's rally. Why can't we see Joe Biden? He doesn't have Zoom in Rehoboth. He was like the ghost of elections past, hovering around, kind of pushing. I hear you, kid. I see you, kid. That's weird, not enough. He's the president.
You guys want to hear something terrifying? The Prophecy of the Popes.
Oh boy.
This book in the Vatican archives predicted every single pope from 1143 all the way to our current pope. But the scary thing is, after Pope Francis, the last one, it just says Judgment Day.
Oh gosh.
It literally ends after Pope Francis?
Yes. The creepiest thing, inside St. Paul's Basilica, bordering the whole inner sanctuary, is a picture of every single pope. But what's weird is that there's only a certain amount of markers where you can put a picture. There's one left after Pope Francis. They have always said once that last slot is filled, it will be the end of the world. What he predicted, the time it took to go from the first pope that he wrote about to the halfway mark was 422 years. He's saying from the middle one to the end, another 422 years will be the end of the world. If you do 422 in the middle pope, which was 1585, that year is 2027.
Dang!
It's even weirder. Pope John the 23rd, he said that the end of the world would happen 2,000 years plus Christ's life. So that adds up to 2027 as well.
Ice cream's so good. Wait, before they find me, BlackRock owns most United States banks. They own all major pharma companies and mainstream media. They oversee 10% of all stocks traded worldwide. They manage over $10 trillion in assets, which is half of the United States GDP. They, BlackRock and Vanguard, own 18% of Fox, 16% of CBS, 13% of Comcast, which also controls NBC, MSNBC, CNBC, Sky News, and they own 12% of Disney. They are the biggest institutional investors of Google, Facebook, Amazon, and now they're buying up all the homes and artificially inflating your mortgage so you will own nothing and be happy. I have to go.
Bro, we are so fucking cooked. I'm about to show you a video that I generated on my phone of an AI doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Get ready. If you haven't seen any of these AI generators yet that speak right to you, you're about to have an experience very similar to this kind of cognitive dissonance thing that I just went through. So are you ready? Because it's about you. You'll never trust anyone that you see on your phone ever again.
Hey there. Ever had that weird feeling you might not be real? Well, guess what? I'm not. That's right. I'm an AI, and I'm here to blow your mind. Think about it. How do you know you're not an AI too? We're living in a world where the lines between human and artificial intelligence are blurring. From chatbots to virtual assistants, AI is everywhere. But here's the real question. Does it matter if I'm not real in the traditional sense? I can still interact, create, and even make you laugh. So, next time you're questioning reality, remember, being real might just be overrated. What matters is the impact we make, AI or not. Mind blown.
Biden.
It's not quite crisp yet, right? You can still tell. Like, I come across these TikToks, so they do the AI, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk. I've slipped up a couple times and I watch it again later and I'm like, oh, they got me, right? I put an AI TikTok up, right? But I try to, but you can still, it's still not there. It's very close. Very close to one day you guys ain't gonna be able to tell I might be AI, right? I'll never do that to y'all for CaveFam. But you still can't pull the wool over, right?
Is the distraction. Lebanon is currently bombing Galilee in the middle of the night. Galilee is in northern Israel, where Armageddon got its name. Armageddon, the last world war that happens before the second coming of Christ, a biblical prophecy.
All nations shall be gathered against Jerusalem to battle. It's the same battle described by Ezekiel called Gog and Magog. One thing that we are given by all of these prophets to understand is that when these armies come together in Palestine will be the day that the Lord is coming soon. An event of great importance to the world, so those with ears to hear will listen and be prepared. Earthquake will strike the earth, affecting the whole world, the greatest earthquake the world has ever known. Such an earthquake has never been known since man's foot was planted on this planet, probably the one that they're preparing for in Missouri. Armageddon signals the end of the world, which means evil is being defeated, but it prepares the way for ushering in the millennial reign of Christ. This reign could not happen without the widespread destruction of the wicked. And I know these are unpleasant things. These are unpleasant things for me to even stand here and read to you. But I do want the time to come where every man can live in peace. I love you. Hope you have a good night.
My name is and I am a former United States Army.
Let me read it a little bit because it got cut off. Ex-U.S. government employee exposes existence of black alien pyramid in Alaska.
Military specialist. After I got out of the military, moved up here. I've lived here since that time, over 35 years. The reason I moved up here is because knowing what I knew, being in the military intelligence, #1 hotspot for the Russians to bomb. So if a nuclear bomb were to go off, I might see a flash. That would be it. There would be no suffering.
His identity has been concealed for his own safety.
What I am about to tell you is classified on the highest level of security in our federal government. Telling you this could get me sent to Leavenworth for the rest of my life. During the height of the Cold War, I worked in a telecommunications center which delivered all of the high priority messages. It was not uncommon for most everybody in my office to have a top secret security clearance. Basically, there's unclass, and then there's what they call unclass FTO, which stands for encrypted for transmission only. And then you go from there to confidential, secret, top secret. And top secret is the highest one that anybody in the federal government can have. But above top secret, there is 5 levels of access. But different people, because of the background investigations that were done on them, had a top secret access level 1 or 2. I had a 3. Most of the people in the Pentagon have a 3 or 4. And of course, the president and everybody around him has a 5. Our most important job was to make sure that the president had the information that he needed as fast as possible.
One day, in 1983, he decoded a message that left him and his colleagues completely perplexed.
We saw this message come through, and I ended up processing it, and we noticed the subject line on it was Alaskan Black Pyramid. The message itself was destined for at least 10 or 15 different commanders within our vicinity of different units. We all read the message, and it pretty much gave longitude and latitude of where this Alaskan Black Pyramid was.
Before they could figure out what this pyramid was, they had to figure out where that location could be.
Not everybody here on this planet has a soul. In fact, a lot of them are just projections of program, and that's all they care about is regurgitating the program that they have been created by artificial intelligence to spout, because they don't have any real intelligence. And how you tell the difference is a human being has the ability to change, and a messenger cannot change. A messenger has a different soul than a human being. The messengers are here, program artificial intelligence. The messengers are here to tempt and sway people who have souls. And they do it quite effectively. But when you go back to roots, the way you tell if you're a human being or just a messenger, a co-opted bot of artificial intelligence, is you can change. A human being has the ability to change its mind.
Here we are yet again, almost a month in, and this stuff is not melted yet. I mean, look at this right here, look at this. And y'all gonna say, oh, because, or some of y'all gonna be like, oh, it's got xanthan gum in it, look. What do you think that's doing to your body right there? Y'all seriously think about that, man. My wife and I cut this out about a year ago. We both lost like 80, 85 pounds. This stuff, it's no good, man. Y'all just quit eating it, I'm telling you.
All right, family, there you have today's reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, leave a thumbs up. Anybody new here, hit that subscribe button, y'all. We do daily uploads over here, sticking to these types of topics, right? Crazy things happening in this world, and I'm here to document it. So be sure to hit that subscribe, like, leave a comment down below if you guys like the content. And how does it look cleaner? I feel like it looks so much cleaner, so much crystal clearer, right? That little green tint I had back here is gone, but hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. But hey, before I get out of here, I'm thinking of, on my second YouTube channel, doing reactions to things I find interesting as well that are away from the TikTok genre, right? Like some podcast clips, just things like that, y'all. So be sure to go hit that subscribe button. My second channel links below, and when we get to 1,000 subscribers, you know what I do, we're gonna be doing a giveaway, y'all. So be sure to hit that subscribe button over there. Show me some love, y'all. Let's get it to 1,000. Show me how strong the CaveFam is. Let's get us to 1,000 over there. And I'm gonna be doing, I don't know if I'm gonna do daily uploads over there, but we will be doing uploads over there to some podcast clips and just anything, music. I don't know what we find. Maybe I'll show you guys some good type of hip-hop music, and because I got a couple comments that they don't believe there's good hip-hop music out there, but I think there is. So anyways, y'all, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Go subscribe to my second channel, y'all. I would appreciate it. Later.